paper. I want to do something.
No,
that's all right, it doesn't matter, I'll do it after. Hi, welcome to Just That Film.
My name's Ben.
My name's Charlie.
And today we're doing the film, what is it?
The Children's Hour.
Children's Hour.
Yes.
1961.
1961, directed by William Wyler, who also directed Ben-Hur, which has got one of the worst deaths I've seen recently, because I watched that at Christmas, Ben-Hur.
I've heard of it, I've never seen it.
Oh, it's like a 4 hour.
Yeah, that's
biblical epic. It's not that bad, but you know how I watched it? I watched it because I was ill over Christmas. I watched it.
So you couldn't turn the telly over?
No, I watched it in hour segments, like it was a mini-series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be more bearable then.
Yeah, and I think that's, if you know, the other one, I can sit there and watch a whole epic, but when you're ill, I watch an hour of it, and then Mum and Lily would come in and go, "What's this shit?" Anyway, yes, and it's about two best friends, played by Audrey Hepburn and Shirley MacLaine, who are school teachers at a boarding school for girls. Mm-hmm. And because I've got to try not to use this word too much, but there's a little cunt in the...
She's vile, that little
She's
girl.
A vile, horrible, punchable faced little girl, horrible little girl who tells a lie. Goes, oh, guess who? What I saw?
And she goes into detail.
Yeah, and it basically ruins their life, ruins the school. All the kids are taken out of school in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yes, but
she's absolutely just horrible, vile, and like the dirty looks that she gives to the other girl. Ooh, I didn't recognise. And then it's only when I looked at the name, she's one of your favourite actresses.
Veronica Cartwright, one of her first roles. Yeah,
I didn't know she was a child actor. I thought she was basically like just from
70s onwards.
70s onwards.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But I didn't know about this film 2 weeks ago anyway.
No, I didn't know about it until you said about it last week.
Yeah, last weekend, Lily got me to watch two films. One of them was Troll 2, which is...
I keep thinking that Tusk when you say that.
No.
I was like, why should she get you to watch that crap?
No, well, Troll 2 is considered one of the worst films ever made.
Why should she get you to watch it then?
Because it's one of those films you watch so bad, you're like, oh my God, it's so bad. It's so ridiculous. No, but you might like it because it's like 80s horror kind of crap.
Okay.
And this film. And I remember watching it thinking, like, this film starts so happy. Like all the girls cycle into school in uniform and they're really successful at their school. And then that little girl says that lie and it just deteriorates, and I feel so sorry for the two women, particularly Shirley MacLaine. Yeah. And so anyway, what did you think of it?
I actually really liked it. I did really like it. I'd never seen it before. I never even heard of it. And yeah, I know when you said, you kept going on about, she is the most vilest child I've ever seen in a film. And
the face she's pulling.
Yeah, but she does the right horrible faces as well, and she's like she just looks
like... Remind me of you when I was younger.
Fuck off.
Don't fucking say that.
Yeah, no, but she really sort of like gives the evils. Like you'd look around and you'd look and go, look at the way she's looking at her. You go, she's obviously intimidating her. She's staring at her out like that. Like, vile, horrible kid, horrible.
Anyway, let me quickly go through the cast. So, as I said, Audrey Hepburn, who's most famous probably for Breakfast at Tiffany's, where she plays Holly Go Yourself. I hate her in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
She's also, I think, My Fair Lady's another one of hers, isn't it? Is that Audrey Hepburn?
Yeah, if it's not, okay. Yeah.
No, it is. I'm sure My Fair Lady's one of her.
But Breakfast at Tiffany's. You seen Breakfast at Tiffany's?
I must have seen it. I can't remember it though.
Anyway, I remember the song more than.
I remember seeing My Fair Lady, and she's like, "I'm a good girl, I am." It's like right proper, really really over the top East London accent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good film. I think My Fair Lady. I think is that where Pretty Woman's based on?
I don't know. Is she a prostitute?
I don't think so. she's a flower girl or something like that.
No, I do like Audrey Hepburn, but her character in Breakfast at Tiffany's really infuriated me. I like her character in this, apart from one little bit, which I'll get to.
Right.
And you got Shirley MacLaine, who's in the apartment, and I thought she was really good in this.
Yeah, she was very good.
Shirley MacLaine is, especially when she has the breakdown towards the end, where she comes out to Audrey Hepburn, which again, like we was talking last when we were talking about partners, about films being ahead of their time. This is 1961.
Yeah.
And at the time, loads of the critics were negative towards this film because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to tackle things like that. And they sort of...
It's really unusual, 1961, for them to be talking about, especially lesbians as well.
Mm. But
it's like... Because they're very careful with the way that they skirt around saying... They don't ever say the word lesbian or gay, I don't think.
No, this is the thing. I thought it's sort of implied, like from early on, like Shirley MacLaine, obviously you got James Garner in it as well, plays Joe.
See, I thought she fancied him.
Yeah, it was sort of like, does she fancy him? And then me and Mum, when we was watching, went, I wonder if it looks like she's more jealous, like she doesn't like him because she's more jealous.
Right.
So that's why we sort of thought that, but then we've also thought, no, it can't be, because it's from 1961. He's in Notebook. James Garner and Maverick. You've seen Maverick?
Is he the main old man?
He's the old man in Notebook.
Yeah. I loved him. He reminded me of Grandad George, that bit when he breaks down at the end in Notebook.
I always liked James Garner. He's in Maverick as well. He plays Mel Gibson's dad. He's like the third character. He's got Jodie Foster, Mel Gibson, and him. He's like the
I remember Maverick. Maverick's a good film.
Yeah, he's always likeable. He was actually the original Maverick in the TV series, and he wanted.
It's actually a really good film. Actually, I say that for years, and I don't like them
Oh,
Western type films.
Maverick.
But it's sort of quite funny as well, and Jodie Foster and
she's
Mel
really
Gibson,
funny. Yeah. But he was Maverick.
I have to watch that again.
There was an old TV series, like a tongue-in-cheek, where he's a professional gambler, and he was the original Maverick, and because he had to fight his contract, he didn't want to renew his contract. He didn't want to keep doing the series. He was what's called grey-listed, so he wasn't blacklisted.
Right.
But it was an unspoken rule: do not hire this man, because he didn't do another series, and this is the first film he got to do after being grey-listed for Maverick. You got Miriam Hopkins, who's in The Flying Nun. She plays another C word, the aunt.
Oh, yeah. Well, she I like the fact that she sort of gets her comeuppance, and like she realises, because of spreading that rumour around, because of that vile granddaughter of hers.
No, the other one. This is her aunt. Remember the aunt who's like the actress, and she sends her off.
Yeah, but she doesn't really do nothing much, does she? She just
because what happens? So So the little girls over here, the aunt and Martha. Shirley MacLaine arguing, and she's going, I know you always get pissed off when he's here.
Yeah.
You've always been like this, it's unnatural.
Yeah.
And the little girls overhear this. This was the catalyst for like
and
then what happens, they say, we're going to sue you.
Yeah, but how do they know about lesbians at that age? Little girls.
I'll get to that. Right. So
she's reading a book. Is that
that's the
Kama
book.
Sutra or something?
Well, no, it was. I didn't write what the book was called, but it was an explicit book. That's how she know all the intricate details about things. So that's why I thought, well, she must be telling the truth. Why else would a little girl know all this stuff?
Yeah.
The aunt.
Like
no, so
60s.
you might have missed this because I've watched it twice now. I watched it once before. I watched it the second time, and it's even more heartbreaking the second time because you see how happy they are at the beginning.
Yeah.
But when the aunt turns up, remember there's a knock on the door, and the aunt turns up, and they're like, "Where were you?"
Yeah.
Because she had a court summons. The aunt was supposed to come and defend and say, no, this is what the argument was about.
Right.
But she didn't want to get her name sullied because she was acting. She was like, there's no point all of us being dragged down.
She's
like,
bad,
I've never liked you.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Go get on that train back to wherever you come from.
Yeah.
I can hate you. That's the aunt. The other one was was actually Joe's nan, and also the little shitty girl's nan.
Oh, so it was related to her then?
Yeah, well. Joe is her cousin.
But he could have stood up.
He does stand up.
But he should have.
He stood up for him, didn't he?
He should have sort of said, "You're lying."
Because the other one,
he could have had more of a go at her. I said, what are you listening to that little prat for?
He did. Listen, I felt sorry for him because
I did.
He stuck by him.
Yeah.
And then Audrey Hepburn was like, go and ask me. I know you want to ask me. And that's the only time she really pissed me off because he's like, oh, fine, okay. Did you ever sort of les off with her?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Right, why did you make me ask that? Yeah. And then that was her going, look, you've got to go away. And I thought, that's not fair on him because he's a really good guy. He's turned against his aunt.
Yeah.
And everyone else.
Doesn't she sort of not want him because she doesn't want him to sort of jeopardise his life? Is that the reason why she?
No, but he'd already quit his job. He'd done all his stuff.
I think it's because of that, and then she sort of thought, well, I don't want to drag you down. I think that's why she let him go.
Maybe, but I still think it's because, and I really like Harry was to Shirley MacLaine's character as well because she's the friend. He's like, you're my friend. No, you're coming with us.
Yeah,
I don't care about all this stuff. You're coming, and you can see how she sort of goes, oh, okay, I'll make a nice little meal kind of thing. Yeah. I felt sorry for him. But no, the older woman, the other woman who started it all, that's...
the one who spread all the rumours in the first place.
Well, because of
her vile granddaughter.
That's Faye Bainter. She was actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress for this. Mm. She was in a film called State Fair. The little shit girl, Karen Balkin... The only other film she ever done was called Our Time, which was like about 10 years later.
I mean, you would have thought, she's vile. She's horrible and vile. But I bet she did... she's an actress, so she's not really that character. So, but the thing is, you can imagine she probably got a lot of stick for it. Mm. And she didn't carry on acting. She probably... Because, people are very... People are very... thick sometimes, and they believe a character is the person.
Like when they Adam Woodyatt getting abused from across the street. Hey, Bill, you scummy. And as you said, Veronica Cartwright, who's been in everything.
Because I see her name at the beginning, I fucking think, which one is it? And I looked at her, I thought, is that her? Then I looked and I thought, I had to Google, I had to IMDb it.
She's Rosalie.
Rosalie, yeah.
The kleptomaniac who's like nicking little. But no, I've as I said, I really liked the film anyway. I thought, obviously, spoilers for the film, like how it ends with her killing herself.
It's sad.
It's so
Apparently,
sad.
there was a longer scene. That was a longer scene. That scene at the end, but they cut it. I think also because they had to be really careful with wording and stuff like that.
They cut loads of scenes of them brushing each other's hair, of them anything that implied. Like them being a lesbian. But what I was saying before was I thought the film was going to completely skirt around the subject because you got her whispering in her nan's ear in the back of the cab, so you thought they're never actually going to say anything. But then Audrey Hepburn actually comes out when she says to that joker, they've said that we're lovers. And I thought, oh, okay, they are actually going to say it. And I thought that Shirley MacLaine was actually going to turn out to be gay, and it. Then eventually, obviously, she does.
It makes sense for her to have been gay, innit? And you think, but because of the age of the film, I would have thought, oh, they're not going to have her as a gay character because that was unspoken in them days, especially girls.
Which is why I think critically, as I said, it wasn't.
Yeah, but they weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for it in 1961.
It was originally a play.
Listen, they'd just come out the 50s. It wasn't even like late 60s. Late 60s, it probably would have been more. It would have been. Taken more seriously, because late 60s people it was like all free love and all that. 61, you remember you've just come out the 50s, and the 50s is a very starch kind of very like that kind of thing that doesn't happen. Especially with women as well.
And to portray
because they would think, how can women be lesbians? It's like how can they do anything with each other?
Missing out on
like with men, with gay men, it's like because obviously there's more to their bodies. Whereas women, they think, well, what can you do? How can you have sex with a woman? Yeah. How can they penetrate?
Well, this is why I think it's such. I think it's a shame that Shirley MacLaine. I think they was both really good in it. I think all the actors were good in this. But Shirley MacLaine in particular, as I said, I watched it a second. It's
sad. It's very sad.
I watched it the first time, and as I said, I watched it especially after seeing things like Breakfast at Tiffany's. You think it's going to be this happy, sort of go-lucky kind of thing. There'll be a little bit of turmoil, and then it'll be happy in the end.
Yeah, it's weird that she done this film because this is so against everything else that she was known for. It was like it was a risky thing, especially in them days. A risky role for her to take, for both of Shirley MacLaine and for Audrey Hepburn.
And as I watched it a second time, like gradually, because you told me about it, it's free on YouTube.
Well, that's how I had to watch it.
And I watched
it on YouTube.
I watched it on YouTube again, and I hated the little girl even more this time. And
she is vile.
Knowing what happens in the end, and seeing particularly how happy they are as these two women. They've got this successful business. They've run this school. They obviously it's a passion project, and you see all the girls at the beginning. They're all learning properly. They're very good teaching.
Everyone. It was perfect apart from that little girl. And the thing is, what I hated about that little girl is she carried on and she wouldn't just let it go. She was already out of school, so she could have just gone. That's it. I'm out now. That's it. So she didn't have to worry. But she had to then sit there and go, "Oh no, they do this." She had to carry on, and it's like horrible because there is kids like that out there. There's people like that out there. Yeah. Loads of people like that.
And as she blackmails poor little Veronica Cartwright, Rosalie, like into don't you remember? It was the same day that Netflix went missing. You think, keep her away from her. And even I knew that was like at the halfway point, and I thought she's screwed up because Rosalie's going, no, I don't know anything about this. And I thought, oh, excellent, right, okay, so. Because you want them, they're nice people, but you also know for a film it's gonna have to go sour. And
I thought that. I thought straight away she's gonna be sitting there going, "Oh no, they did say it," but she straight away she goes, "No, I didn't say it. And I thought, well, this has got to be the end of the film then, because that's it. They've proved that she's lying, and they're gonna see the way she's looking at her like that, staring at her. It's like, don't intimidate her. Go and stand over there. Look, she's looking at her. She's intimidating her.
This is the thing. That vile face. You know what? If the film's called The Children's Hour, I can't remember what it was. Over in UK and Australia, it was called The Loudest Whisper. I think if they'd called the film Mega Cunt and just had her face up, you won't believe how vile this child is. I think people would have gone there. Oh God, have you seen?
I can imagine what your write-up's going to be like on the thumbnail. You probably have a picture of her.
No, I might make up that poster and stick it there, but. No, I mean, fair play to the girl for being such a vile sort of character, but it was like...
I mean, she was a very good little actress, because, look, I hated her in that film. Yeah. You hated her in that film, and I've never heard you talk about a child actor like this before.
No, but this is the thing, do you know, is that bit where James Garner, as he's walking out, he slaps her, doesn't he? Did you see that bit? Right, so what happens? So she... Remember, like, it starts with her picking up... She's late for class, so she gets these... flowers out of the rubbish, gives them to, says,
and she lies about it.
I went and
she goes, look, she goes, tell me, look, she goes, they was chucked.
No,
I went to the river.
You could play her.
Yeah,
no, but then she pretends to, my chest, my heart, falling on the ground.
I just left her there.
So they get Joe, who's a doctor, to come look, and he's her cousin anyway. But as he's leaving the room, he smacks her on the bum. And she goes, chucks a pillar at him, and he sort of runs away kind of thing. It was about half hour later in the film.
I'd like to have seen her get more comeuppance after the death of the...
Well,
I can imagine her sitting there smirking about it.
About half hour later into the film, we was watching it, was getting infuriated. I went, should we rewind it to her getting slapped again? Just want her to get her comeuppance.
Because she doesn't really get her comeuppance. She gets caught out, but you don't see
her getting punished.
Yeah, like being dragged through the streets, like on some carty thing, and being whipped and...
I thought what might have happened, because...
Like in Game of Thrones, shame.
That'd be good. When I was watching it, we was all going...
But the thing is, you don't see anything from her after Shirley MacLaine dies. Like, you see the nan comes and she's like really remorseful, and I think, good, I'm glad you're feeling guilty. But you don't see nothing of the little girl, which she's the one that you want to see her reaction. And you want to see her thinking, oh shit, I've pushed it, like, because that way it might make her a little bit more human.
Yeah.
Whereas you can imagine her sitting there going...
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Spitting on the grave.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, Shirley... because as I said, I watched it a second time, and the second time watching it, it's more heartbreaking. But when
the first time, you don't even know what it's going to be about, really, do you?
No. Yeah. But then when Shirley MacLaine comes out to Audrey Hepburn, it's after Joe and the aunt have gone, and it's before the nan turns up. So she comes out to her, and Audrey Hepburn sort of she's feeling sorry for her and everything. But then the nan the old woman turns up, going, "I'm really sorry. You know, I'm going to talk to the judge."
Away. I'm glad they didn't go, "Oh, okay, well, it's fine."
They turn her away, and she's now going to live the rest of her life with that guilt.
Yeah,
because that woman's blood's on her hand.
Yeah,
it's more than the little girl.
Because they don't know that she was gay.
No.
They think that she's killed herself because of all the
whatever.
Yeah, because that's the only one that knows that is Audrey Hepburn. She's not going to tell
even the aunt as well. No, because the aunt,
no one knows.
They're
all going to have that guilt on them, but that's why you want to see that little girl who started all this, who caused this whole problem. I wanted to see her in more of a comeuppance, like like in horror films.
Yeah,
when they get their comeuppance.
Well, no, what I thought was going to happen is because her nan trips over, didn't she? Yeah. And I thought, I wonder if the nan's going to have a heart attack.
She's not going to care if the nan has a heart attack.
No, because she does love her nan. She does love her nan, because you see, like, she's always like snuggling into her nan, and when her nan falls over, she's like, oh, she's worried, probably because the nan's rich and powerful, and she gives her money.
That's probably why.
Hold on, the aunt,
Shirley MacLaine's aunt.
Miriam Hopkins, who plays Mrs. Lily Malta, she was in These Three. Now, These Three, from the same director, came out in 1936. It's the same film, exact same film, except they took away all the gay stuff, and what it was, they changed the story to the little girl said that Martha was having an affair with Joe.
Right, so it ain't got the same impact.
Ain't got the same.
But is the original book about a lesbian?
No, the original play is, yeah. Right. The original play.
That's quite risky for them days then, from for the 30s.
Yeah, but that's the film.
But then again, I suppose really, like, if you think of what people was like in the 20s, they was quite raunchy in the 20s, weren't they? You know, like there's sort of like the Art Deco kind of era, the Roaring 20s. They were quite like drugs and
Great Gatsby.
Yeah. So yeah, possible, really, possible.
But that the one who plays her shitty aunt, the one who goes off to do the play or whatever, she was the original Martha.
Oh, okay.
In These Three.
Oh, well, that's a nice little sort of.
Well, because he was the same director.
What
he tried to do was the original Karen. He tried to get her to play the nan, the horrible the girl's nan.
Oh, the horrible little girl.
So that way he would have got on both back, but she wasn't available. So, but that would have been like a nice little touch. Because I was thinking,
like that. That's nice. It's like when you see like people from the original to even like a little cameo in it or something, you know. Because
then I realised you've actually got 3 generations of 2 girls, because they could have made it again like 30 years later with Veronica Cartwright and the other girl.
Yeah.
As the nans, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that original one.
They've taken the storyline away from it. That was like that's pointless. It's like the whole idea is because of that storyline. It's a bit boring without that storyline.
Although in the original one, These Three, it's actually got the witch out of Wizard of Oz in it as well.
Margaret Hamilton.
Yeah, she plays.
I don't know her name.
She plays. Well, you're a friend of Dorothy. No, she plays like she just plays a character who works with the nan, and the little girl is like pulling faces or something. I've seen a little clip of it.
Didn't have any pain, and I'll bet he was right.
Have you still got the pain?
Well, I guess I haven't got it much anymore, but I feel a little weak.
Little girls often have pains, but they don't need to be in heart trouble. Now, John will drive you back after dinner. After dinner?
Maybe I could stay till Saturday. It's your birthday.
We don't celebrate my birthday anymore.
And they also made it black and white by choice, because it was colour by everything was colour by that point. But they wanted it to be black and white, and I'm glad it's black and white because it actually adds a little bit more to it. I do love an old film. I love old black and white films. Because they're quite long as well. They're always like about over 2 hours long. But they're just a different.
So I really enjoy
different feel to it. I mean, the storyline seems so much better. The acting and that's a different type of acting. And there's lots of like close-ups and over the top. But I love all that. I love all that old black and white, like, proper movie star type of acting.
Watching this the second time, I was trying to be more critical of it, and I think there's no wasted scenes. Every single scene in this builds a character. You see the shitty little girl being a shitty little girl. You learning more about that like them.
She's very good in it though. I've got to give her that, because she is like, I mean, because look at us, like all these years later, we're saying about how vile she is, and she was, but she did stop acting, so I reckon she probably got a lot of grief for this.
Oh, probably.
That little girl, because she is so vile. People probably thought she was like that in real life. Like, even though she's been all nice, she might have been like that in real life. That might have been why it was easy for her to play it, but she might have actually been a really nice little girl, and people will be thinking, oh yeah, look, see her over there. Because she didn't continue after that, really, did she?
No, she done a couple of like episodes of things, like I think like Lucille Ball's show or something like that. But otherwise, no.
Even in 1961, the screenplay had to navigate censorship. Much of the tension comes from what characters circle around but never say outright. The pauses, glances, and silences are doing heavy lifting, which is true because they don't actually say too many words.
No,
because they probably wasn't allowed to in them days.
But it is, unless you're an idiot, it's obvious, especially when Shirley MacLaine's saying, I do love you the way they've said I love you, and it's so emotionally draining. You remember like we said about the Virginia Woolf, where Elizabeth Taylor said that was like a draining thing. I think this must have been so draining because especially the second time I watched it I was crying, especially for like the Shirley MacLaine character, and like Audrey Hepburn tries to comfort her, and she's like, don't touch me, just don't touch me.
She was in love with her friend, and that was it. And she's probably seen no other way out. She was like, oh, it's all now, and now she'd actually told her, and it wasn't like she didn't feel the same.
No, but she knew she did. No. This is the thing, she always knew. She knows, because they know each other very well, because it's like they are best of mates, but obviously she loves her. And then so she comes out to her and she's sort of like, just leave me alone, and then the nan turns up and the old woman saying, look, I'm really sorry, I'm going to retract everything. So Audrey Hepburn says to her, look, I'm going to go to another town, come with me. And she's like, oh, that's really nice, listen, I'm just going to have a little sleep. And you think it's believable because you think she would be really drained, she ain't got time to get in bed, she just lay on the sofa. And that's when it's like, so as Audrey Hepburn then walks away, and even then I didn't know she was going to kill herself. Yeah, it's sort of like, because she knows her so well, she's sort of thinking, shit, I think she might do something. So she's running back to the house, and it turns almost like a horror film. It's like The Shining, her smashing, trying to smash down the door, and all you see is the shadow of the rope and her feet.
It's cleverly done without showing too much. You know what's happened,
and it's just such a devastating sort of blow at the end. But you're glad that everyone, like, no one knows that obviously Shirley MacLaine was gay apart from Audrey Hepburn. But the rest of the town have to sort of watch at the funeral at a distance, knowing that the blood is on their hands, because they all reacted.
They all had their part to play.
They didn't want to say.
And the thing is, as well, the good thing was they didn't know she was gay, so they couldn't say, "Yeah, well, we told you so."
Yeah.
See, this is the reason why, because they would have used that to make themselves feel better. But the fact that no one knew, they felt like that poor young girl. She felt that there was no other way out apart from killing herself.
I suppose what that would mean as well is because obviously Audrey Hepburn ain't going to tell everyone. She walks off. Even from Joe, she walks away. So you know how things work, especially in a small town. People would be feeling guilty, but they would also, every time they see that little shit, they'd be going, you fucking little lying bastard. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember back at the when we was at the caravan site? You got me and Adam to sort of, you glued our faces together as if like we'd been cut up.
Yeah, I had this like special effects glue that you stuck, and I pinched it and I put some like red face paint inside. And it actually looked like you'd had been stabbed in the face.
And you said, go into the arcade and tell George you'd been cut to scare George. George was like,
say some man stabbed you in the face.
But there was an actual bloke who had attacked people or something around that area.
I didn't know that. How did I?
No, but the thing is, then the woman in the arcade, she fainted, she collapsed, she was so like, everyone was really upset. And me and Adam was looking at each other like, oh shit. So we went, look, it's not real, it's like prosthetics. And everyone just suddenly went from like this compassion to that, you horrible kids.
And I had to sort of walk away thinking, oh no, they're not with me, they're not with me.
No, because you were like, I mean, you go, don't fucking tell anyone I've done that. So we had to spend the rest of the holiday
in the caravan.
I remember we was in the bathroom, we was washing our faces, and like these two girls come in, they're the ones. Anyway, so basically that's what that girl's going to get for the rest of her life.
The playwright Lillian Hellman had long resented how these three gutted her story in 1934. For the 1961 film, she wrote the screenplay herself, ensuring the core accusation and its consequences were no longer diluted or disguised.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Because it would piss you off. If you wrote a film and they completely change it, you're going, that's not my film.
No.
You know?
But it's because it was based on a real event. It actually happened. Do you know about the real event?
No.
Okay, so it was inspired by the true story of two Scottish school teachers in 1810.
1810.
1810.
Okay.
Miss Marianne Woods and Miss Jane Peary, whose lives were destroyed when one of their students accused them of engaging in a sexual relationship. And they done a lawsuit and they actually won the lawsuit, but the damage was done.
That sticks, doesn't it?
Their accuser was Jane Cumming. She was actually a mixed race granddaughter of Lady Helen Cumming. So what happened? Lady Helen Cumming, her son was a soldier out in India. He slept with an Indian woman, had an Indian daughter. When he died, and when the nan found out, the girl got sent back to Scotland. Now the thing is, Indian children were more exposed to sexually explicit things. So she had a good knowledge of things like that. So when she made the accusation saying, oh, they've been doing this stuff to each other, they thought, there's no way a young girl her age will know anything about this. It must be true. So they reckon that is why people thought she was telling the truth at the time. Anyway, Jane was the first pupil to leave, and within 48 hours, all the pupils had left the school, the same as in the film. Woods eventually found work in London, but Peary stayed in Edinburgh and was unable to find work and had a nervous breakdown. So
that's a shame.
So she didn't kill herself, but she had a nervous breakdown in real life.
The child actor fallout. Karen Balkin, who played the manipulative student Mary, you know, your favourite one, delivered such a convincing performance that she reportedly received angry letters. Adults scolding a child for acting too well feels very on brand for the era. But I suppose they would send a letter going, you horrible
Well, she wouldn't have got my letter yet, because I only sent it the other day.
She's probably still alive, isn't she? Yeah, 60. She probably should be, wouldn't she? Yeah, she'd probably be...
She's about the same age as Veronica Cartwright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While not a blockbuster, The Children's Hour is often cited as part of the slow thaw in Hollywood's treatment of the LGBTQ themes. It cracked a door that has been sealed shut for decades.
Well, this is another I didn't want to reveal to you when I suggested the film, but I know, obviously, like, I thought... I
didn't think it was... I kept thinking, no, yeah, I was like,
they won't actually
it ain't a gay thing. It ain't gay. Can't be gay, not 1961. They didn't even say the word in them days.
No. But that is why...
Very brave film for 1961. Very brave.
So, this is the thing. I thought, I know you like old black and white films.
Yeah.
I know you like gay films. I know you, some. I know you like films which have strong female leads.
Yeah.
And I thought he likes films where people kill themselves.
Horrible little bastard children.
Horrible bastard children, and also when people kill themselves and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so it ticks all my boxes for me.
Right, talking of bastard children, I've got a little game for you.
Cool.
So it's a blind rank, okay? These 10 things. So I'll say a couple of characters. So number 10 would be someone who's slightly annoying or whatever.
Right,
number 1 is pure evil.
Right.
Number in the middle is probably like a spoilt brat or whatever. Right. So you're going to fill in these blanks without knowing who's coming up next. So say if, like I said, Junior.
Yeah. I've seen this. But
you know, I don't think you've seen this Problem Child. So Junior from Problem Child, little shitty kid. You might chuck him. You might chuck him at 5. I'll try to stick to people you know. Have you seen Babadook?
No.
Okay, well I'll cross him out. Samuel Vanek. He's just an annoying little prick who just shouts all the time. Right. Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2.
And since you're so stupid to believe his lies, I don't care if your idiotic Florida trip gets wrecked or not. Who wants to spend Christmas in a tropical climate anyway?
Kevin, you walk out of here. You sleep on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, with me. So what else is new?
You'd better not wreck my trip, you little sourpuss. Your dad's paying good money for it.
Oh, wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Mr. Cheapskate.
Because I find in Home Alone 2 he's a little bit of a prick, more of a prick.
Yeah,
like,
but he's not evil. So I suppose he can be at the bottom of the list and he'll be number 10.
So you put number 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've got some feelings you've got some right vile ones on there.
Okay. Now, you might not know this one. Anakin Skywalker from Episode 1, Phantom Menace.
Well, 3PO, I've been freed, and I'm going away in a starship.
Master Anakin, you are my maker, and I wish you well. However, I should prefer it if I were a little more completed.
You've been a great pal. I'll make sure Mom doesn't sell you or anything.
Sell me?
Bye.
It's just annoying.
I see him.
So he's Darth Vader as a little boy. And
Well, you can put him there. You put him somewhere there.
Well, he'll have to go in 9 because you don't really know where he'd be. Right. Clara from Snoopy Come Home.
You naughty dog. You got your dress dirty. I'll have to spank you. Down, boy, down!
She's the girl who's really horrible.
She's vile, but I like her.
This is the thing. Some of these people you will like, but you got to think, okay, where would she rank? How vile would she be? Like, she's horrible to animals. She drags animals about.
All right, she could be number 6.
All right, let's get this one out of the way. Mary Tilford from the Children's Hour.
I was putting it back yesterday when you made me drop it.
And who do you think will believe that? And if I told my grandmother, she'd tell your parents and everybody at the school and the police, of course, that you're a thief. And you'd be put in a school for delinquent girls.
Mary, don't tell anybody. Please don't tell.
I shall be number 1.
Yeah. I'd stick her at number 1 anyway, even if you hadn't said it. Benjamin from American Wealth in London.
Hello, Benjamin.
No,
No what?
no.
Well, all right, then, be like that. Here, swallow this. Feeling better?
No.
No.
Oh, he's annoying. Yeah, but okay, he can go. What's number 8? He'll go.
Right. Sid from Toy Story.
Well, we have ways of making you talk. Where are your rebel friends now?
Your Pop-Tarts are ready.
All right!
The boy who's...
Oh, he's vile. We can be number 2.
Oh, okay.
It'd go really well with that Mary. I think they'd make a nice couple, actually.
Do you remember it?
Sid and Mary.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember the... you probably don't remember this one. Shrek Forever After. There's a little kid going, "Do the roar."
Do the roar. Let me set you straight, Butterpants. An ogre only roars when he's angry. You don't want to see me angry, do you?
Do it.
Hold it together. Just hold it together.
Got him. He's getting away. Do something.
Do the roar.
I don't know.
No,
I
okay.
think
It'll
we
have to
go
be in
on
here.
7.
Do the Royal Kids there. Veruca Salt.
She can't have one.
Who says I can't?
The man with a funny hat.
I want one. I want a golden goose. Gooses. Geeses. I want my geese to lay gold eggs for Easter.
It will, sweetheart.
At least 100 a day.
Anything you say.
And by the way...
What?
She could go number 4.
Okay. Have you seen Polar Express?
Hey. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you know what kind of train this is? Huh? Train. Do you know what kind of train this is? Well, do ya?
Oh, there's the little know-it-all kid, little prick.
Right, okay.
We'll stick him there.
Right.
So number 3 would have to be Ethel Hallow.
She cheated! She wore a mask! What mask? Oh. Oh, you're such a bad loser. You better watch out, Ethel. Watch out? Is that a threat? Better shut up. Or what? Or I'll turn you into a frog. A frog? You turn me?
From The Worst Witch,
Oh, yeah, she's a
1986.
little prat, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
much
good one.
right. Mary, Sid, Ethel, yeah. No, okay.
This role nudged Shirley MacLaine toward more daring material in the 1960s. After the Children's Hour, she leaned harder into characters that resisted neat moral packaging.
As I said,
I suppose as an actress, you want to do stuff that you can get your teeth into. Especially before this, everything was very innocent. You know, it was a very black and white, literally.
Yeah.
But I suppose storylines got a little bit more wrong, especially the 60s. That's when it really sort of started. Like sex and all that was quite
taboo.
And it was like that was all like a lot of the 60s. It awakened a lot of things, didn't it?
Well, this was nominated for, as I said, Faye Bainter got nominated for supporting actor. It got nominated for cinematography, art direction, costume, and sound.
Okay.
But I still think that I haven't looked at the other nominations from 1962, but I would have definitely put Shirley MacLaine in. I thought they were both great. I think they worked well, good chemistry together.
Very good together.
Believable friends, you know. But yeah, I feel it was shunned by loads of the critics. Yeah. Loads of the critics just didn't know how to handle it.
Well, Audrey Hepburn said that it was one of the hardest roles of her career emotionally, even though she said she felt strongly that the story needed to be told. So she was obviously like, it must have been quite a risky move for them to make, to do, because they didn't need to do these roles, either of them two. They was both quite established, weren't they? Was Shirley MacLaine quite established?
Yeah, Shirley MacLaine was, yeah. They were both well known. Like, they had considered Doris Day for one of the things, but I don't think she would have worked well. I think they perfect casting because they're both pretty young, sort of mid-20s.
And both very good actresses.
And they both look like, as I said,
she's still around, isn't she, Shirley MacLaine? Talk about Shirley MacLaine. She was openly vocal about keeping the film faithful to the play's themes. At the time when Hollywood preferred euphemisms and foggy implications, she argued for clarity and emotional truth. So they was obviously really passionate. Both of them was really passionate about telling the story, weren't they?
Walt Disney stopped Hayley Mills from taking part.
Who would she have been?
She would have been one, probably the little chick girl.
Nah, she wouldn't have done it.
Either her or Rosalie. But obviously, Hayley Mills... Well,
she was very good at little actress.
It's Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Whistle Down the Wind. That's a good film. We'll do that one time.
I've never seen it.
It's a really good film. It's when they find a convict and he's in the barn and they think he's Jesus and all these kids start giving him food and all that. I can't really remember what the storyline is. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but it is a very good film.
Veronica Cartwright said that the kids were told to stay away from Shirley MacLaine because she cursed a lot, but they ignored and she ended up being a big mentor for Veronica Cartwright.
Oh, really? Oh, nice one. Posters and trailers framed the story as a general tragedy about lies and innocence. Some advertising never mentioned the nature of the accusation at all, relying on euphemisms so vague they almost floated away.
Yeah, again, I think it is decades ahead of its time, in a sense. You know, I think if this film had come out 10 years later, I think it would, like in, say, 1971, it would have been a lot better received.
Yeah.
People would be more ready for it.
The child antagonist never apologises. Mary Tilford is never given remorse. is never given remorse, punishment or moral awakening. This was deliberate. Hellman wanted the cruelty to stand naked without a lesson bow tied on top. But yeah, she's vile. I mean, I just
you can imagine.
Little face. Maybe that's very well cast though, because I mean, she's you just want to get. And the thing is, she don't get her comeuppance.
No, but I also think you
can imagine that she would life. You'll be like, you're responsible for that, and hopefully when she gets older, hopefully she might turn into a decent human being. She's got that hanging over her head.
Or a drug addict and she has an overdose.
That's what you're hoping.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm hoping she gets trampled to death by a horse or something. But I thought Veronica Cartwright was good in it as well.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
As the little.
So she's just a natural, isn't she? She's a very good actress.
I thought they were all good in it. I thought James Garner as Joe, he was very, he was charming. But I liked how his friendship was unwavering. As I said, like how
I know he's a good character. He was a good person in it.
Because she was, a few times Martha snaps at him. The Shirley MacLaine character snaps at him, and especially the second time you watch it, and you know everything that's going to happen. You can see it. You think. She's snapping at him because she does feel the jealousy. She loves Joe. She loves him as a friend, but she is jealous of his relationship with the woman that she's in love with.
Yeah.
But he's sort of like, he's so forgiving of it. He's like, okay, well, you're snapping at me a bit. What have I done? Kind of thing, And he's always treated her like an extension, like a sister. He's always been really nice to her.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for him, how he gets sort of shunned at the end, but. Yeah, no,
I don't think she'll go back with him. She's going off now.
It's all gone now. It's There was a longer confession existed. Martha's confession scene originally ran longer with more explicit emotional reasoning. The cut version trims her interior life just before clarity becomes undeniable. Wyler kept the emotional truth but shaved the edges that censors were iron like hawks.
Yeah, it's a shame.
So they cut a bit where she's saying, "I want to finger blast you." She keeps doing that time. More fallout was written. Early drafts showed extended social consequences after the accusation. Parents, town figures, and former friends were meant to reappear. Wyler removed much of this to keep the pressure intimate rather than procedural.
I'd like to have seen that. I'd like to have seen them all getting their comeuppance. I like seeing people getting their comeuppance when they've been.
Well, this is the thing. This is why it's not quite in the Eden Lake category.
No.
You do get, like, they're all really out of order to them. She ends up dying, but you know that the guilt is pushed onto those people, and you think
it's good to see that they are feeling remorseful. But as I say, it hasn't helped with because she's now dead.
Well, there was talk of an ending even closer to the play's bleakness, lingering longer on the aftermath rather than release. The final cut already felt severe for 1961, so the studio quietly pushed for a restraint. But yeah, I found this film, as I said, when I watched it, I was pleasantly surprised, especially after having to watch Troll 2. Because we take it in turns to pick things. So Mum picked a couple of episodes of Schitt's Creek. I picked...
Schitt's Creek.
I picked a film for us to watch or something. And then Lily had picked this. And all three of us were sort of watching it. And it really sort of takes you off guard.
What did Lily and Mum think of it?
They liked it.
Yeah.
You know, Lily liked it.
Had Mum seen it before?
No, she had.
I've never heard of it.
She was speculating. She was saying 1961, and her name's Karen.
So she would have been 10. Mum would have been 10 when this film.
Yeah, she was saying maybe this film was a reason for there was a big spike in people naming their kids Karen around about that time. So she thought maybe because of the popularity of Audrey Hepburn. But she had no idea about the film, and it's one of those things. Even through modern eyes, you're thinking, "Oh well, maybe she is a lesbian," the Shirley MacLaine character, but you still don't think they're going to sort of go through with it.
No.
And I think it holds so much. It really needs to sort of be seen by more people.
Yeah, that's a very good film.
I think it's I
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it even
I
more.
would definitely watch it again, and I'd like to now I know how it all pans out. You'd notice it more. I think you see the real film the second time round because you
know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But this is it. The first time, like when we watched it, the three of us, we were sort of laughing and joking. Like there's a bit when the woman comes in and she's like the old woman, she's got the thing on her face. It looks almost like she's had tattoos or whatever her face. Like that person who turned herself into a lizard.
Yeah.
So me and Mum were going like, oh look, she's turned into the lizard woman or something like that. But when the film finished, it just sort of really resonated. It's really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I thought, I want to watch it again. And I watched it gradually over a few days. You know, like when you fall asleep. So I watched like the first 20 minutes, then the next 20 minutes over a few days. And it hits so much more the second time because you see how it opens all happy-go-lucky and like the girls on the bikes and and it's like a few
and everyone else, all the other girls are lovely. It's just that vile little creature.
I mean, there's the thief girl, but I mean, even
no, she's not bad though. She's just a bit of like bit
of a wrong one.
Yeah,
bit of a cockney nicking stuff.
Yeah. Right, IMDb. This film got 7.8 out of 10.
That's a good score. I still think, you know, me personally, as I said, for some reason the film was just sort of stuck in my head, and watching it the second time, I was thinking every single scene leads into something and delivers a message. And I think it's such an important film, but it's just people just glanced over it, and it's got lost in time. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it got
78% by the critics, 84% by the audience. So that's not bad.
It's not bad, but again, I know with the critics, if you look at some of the criticisms, especially from the time, loads of them they dug into Shirley MacLaine and stuff like that, and they wasn't comfortable with the subject matter.
Yeah, people weren't back then though. You gotta understand. It's like it's just, that's why I didn't even think the film was going to be about that, because people didn't talk about that kind of thing back then.
No, and I think, as I said, even if it's as little as 10 years later it had been released, I think critically you could knock another 10% on top of that because
the budget was 3.6 million, which is a lot of money for, if you think, what do they do with it? What did they do with all that money?
Well, it might have been for them. They were quite big actresses.
Yeah, but still, 3.6 million, 1961. There's no special effects or nothing. It's nothing really. Why was it so expensive?
Well, maybe it was the little girl. Maybe she didn't exist. It was CGI.
Yeah. And the box office, it made 3 million. It's actually lost money.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably because of the subject matter, yeah. But yeah, no, really good film. Really enjoyed it.
It was really ahead of its time. I think it'll be one of those things that, as I said, one day if you do watch it again,
I'd watch it again.
Maybe if you and Joe watched it or something like that, you watch the second time you watch it, it hits even more because you think, I know what's coming, and you think they're so happy, and
you've got to put some clips on of that little girl on this.
You told us about what you saw. I remember. It was the day that Helen Burton's bracelet
never did.
The day Helen Burton's bracelet was stolen. And no one knew who did it. Don't you remember? Helen said that if her mother found out who did it, she would call the police and have the thief put in jail.
And they're doing such a good job as teachers as well.
Yeah.
They're doing. You can see the girls are doing really well, learning all these lessons like their French and learning their sort of drama, even with the.
No, exactly. So
it's all ruined.
All ruined for one
little Ben.
Anyway. All right. So that's the teacher's pet. No, what's it called? The teacher's what?
The
teacher's. No, the teacher's.
No, the
teacher's hour. Children's hour. So next week I'm going to do the film Waxwork,
which is like an 80s version of the Children's Hour.
Which is like an 80s. No, it ain't. It's quite a camp sort of cult sort of movie from the 80s, and I fancy doing it. So I'd like to revisit that. I haven't seen it for a few years.
I like Waxwork.
Yeah, I like all the little storylines and all that in it.
Yeah,
I like Michelle Johnson in it.
Oh yeah.
Do you like her?
Yeah.
I can imagine you would like her.
No, yeah, it's China. Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah, she is brilliant at that.
She's top 80s chick. She'd be in my top 10 80s.
Would she really?
Yeah. I think Dee Dee Pfeiffer, maybe.
Dee Dee Pfeiffer,
I'd put above her.
Yeah.
But I think she could possibly be number 2.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me quickly think. Right, so there's the one out of Goonies.
Yeah. Which one? Martha Plimpton.
No. What was her name? The redhead one with the
Kerry Green.
Kerry Green is definitely in there. Dee Dee Pfeiffer.
Michelle Johnson.
But I'm
Phoebe
sure.
Cates.
No, I never really fancied Phoebe Cates. No.
I'll
do a top 10.
Yeah, top 10 80s girls. Yeah. Right. Okay then. Right. So next week we'll be doing Waxwork. So thanks for listening, and if you want to email us with any suggestions, it's justthatfilm@gmail.com.
Yeah, like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.
See you later. Bye.
You think you know terror? You think you know fear?
I went to get these flowers for you, Mrs. Porter. You told us you love flowers, and I walked so far to get them for you.
You don't know anything.
Where did you get them, Mary?
Down near the lake.
Until you've met.
Oh, what a nasty thing to do.
It hurts here. I've never had it before.
Help!
Now will you get me the money?
There's no need to cry.
And if I told my grandmother, she'd tell your parents and everybody at the school and the police, of course, that you're a thief. And you'd be put in a school for delinquent girls. Mary, don't tell anybody. Please don't tell.
You've never met a bigger bitch than...
We're gonna get you, not another peep, time to go to sleep.